I'm gonna be honest, I'm not feeling super motivated right now to make this video because I just, I'm just not feeling it at this moment. But this is the time that I decided every week that I film my videos, because this is the only time I have where nobody else is in the house with me, and that's the most comfortable it gets for me when it comes to filming these things. So I got to do it anyway, and that's okay, because that leads me into what I've just decided is the topic for this week for the video. What I want to talk about is doing it even when you don't want to. This is something that has defeated me my whole life. And I'm sure many of you can relate. It's so easy to get started with something, right? And then we do it for a little while, and then it's so easy to stop doing it and go back to old habits, bad habits, or at least not productive and healthy and growing bigger forward habits. So I'm all over the place, and I've never in my life been able to really stick to a routine or a schedule. And so this week I'm going to try to do that. One of the coolest things in prison, I always say that, one of the coolest things in prison. I just want to stop right there and let everybody know that prison is not a cool place. It's not a cool place at all, and it's really sad that we send so many people who shouldn't be there. But I always say the coolest thing about prison, because I found that it was a lot of fun, actually. I had a blast there. But I'm kind of the type of person who's sort of always having a blast with anything crazy going on. So I enjoyed the hell out of it. But it's, for the record, it's not a cool place. But one of the coolest things about prison is that, at least for me, the routine of it. It's just a routine. You can make it not a routine. You could get yourself on all kinds of drugs in there and just be high all the time and running amok and be having drug debts and having all the chaos that you would have out on the streets, doing all that stuff. That's all available in prison as well, in spades. But if you just want to be there and be clean like I was, there is just a routine that sort of is enforced almost automatically, and it makes it so easy to stay on this routine, because everything always happens at a certain time. Like, for example, one of the most difficult things for me in my whole life ever has been to wake up when I want to. I'm a chronic one of those set the alarm type of guys, and then set like 3 other alarms after it, and then silence all those in the morning and keep going, and then wake up at the very last minute, no matter how much I intended to get up in the morning the night before. And I just fail to do it all the time. However, in prison, it was super easy because you would be sleeping, and they would come over the speaker, Unit 1, chow, at like 5 in the morning or even earlier sometimes. And that means Unit 1, go eat breakfast. And the thing about breakfast is that they also give you your lunch when you go to breakfast. So if you don't go to breakfast, then you're not getting lunch either. And then you have to go out and wildland firefight with no food. So when you hear that announcement, you get your ass up like that, because you only have a moment to get in line and be in line with Unit 1, because once that's over, then you're screwed. You don't have any other chance. So every day, no matter when I went to bed, that announcement happens, you're up like that. And, I obviously every morning I still didn't want to get up, but I did. And as soon as I started walking down the hall, it's like, no, whatever, I'm up. And I'm up, and I just cannot do it on my own. Like, I need somebody to kick my ass out of bed like that. So that's just a small example. But anyway, like, everything's like that. In prison, it's like you show up now and you have to be there on time. This is when lunch happens. This is when chow happens for dinner. This is when, the yard is open. Everything is always the same. This is when you have time to go do this or that. So it's very easy to just fall into a routine, and I want to adopt that lesson that I learned there and bring it into my life now. Okay, I have all these things going on that I've been talking about on the channel. The getting my work situation dialed, the minimalizing of my stuff, the eating healthy. Okay, I've also been on an exercise thing that I haven't talked about yet on the channel. But all of these things, I just want to remove the deciding when I'm going to do it, and I want to implement, like, this is when I do it. Okay, this is when I do everything, so I don't have to waste any time thinking about when I'm going to do something, or if I should do it now, or if I should do this first, and get sidetracked. I just want to know, I want to take all the decision out. I just want to do it like a machine so that I can have more freedom in my head to decide about more important things. I'm so indecisive, and I don't need to be wasting all of my mental bandwidth on those decisions every day. I just need that to be dialed. So that's what I'm going to do this week, and we're going to get this under control. I'm going to pre-decide what I'm going to do right now after I turn the camera off, and then I'm just going to take you along with me, and we'll see how good we can do. This is a personal challenge to me right now. And we're doing it. We're doing it. Let's go. All right. 5 a.m. Just woke up. Let's make some tea. All right. After caffeine, straight into the garage for the workout. It's hard to just get out here and start doing this right away, but it's essential. Otherwise, I'll kind of be too sleepy to really get going on anything else, and I risk falling back to sleep. All right, workout over, shower, make smoothie. Next up is a half hour of mindfulness practice as the sun comes up. All right, after mindfulness, get dressed for work, and then I do a little reading. Right now, I'm finishing up The Lion Tracker's Guide to Life by Boyd Varty. And now for my favorite part of the morning routine, throw one thing away in keeping with my minimalist, my desires to be very minimalist. Today's selection is this shirt. I've only worn it once, if that, and if I haven't worn it by now, then I need it out of my closet to work. What do you say, Jeff? Another day of always a good day. All right, here we are at work to be done, which means it's time to get down to business. Listen to some Marcus Aurelius meditations. We're going to finish that one up, and then I'm going to Grapes of Wrath. I never read it, so I figured I should by now. Lunchtime, eat lunch, which is this quinoa salmon bowl. All right, so immediately when I get home, I attend to the side hustle. Photo any items and post them if they need to be posted, assemble anything that needs to be assembled, and organize anything that needs to be organized, or just win anything on the auction that needs to be won. Shower, make the salad, eat the salad, then do some work on YouTube, then relax and do whatever I feel like for a little while. Another mindfulness session for a half hour to an hour. And bed between 9:30 and 10. And that's it. Just attempting to do that this week was really productive for me, because I realize that on the days when I get up early and do my morning routine mostly, the rest of the day it feels good, and I feel like I can actually relax the rest of the day, as long as if the morning routine got done. That was like really the main thing that mattered, was getting up on time and doing the morning routine, and sticking with that, because then regardless of what happened for the rest of the day, I still felt like it was a productive day. This brings me back to something that one of my bunkmates when I was in prison would always say. His name was Jimmy. He was Preacher Jim, we called him, and he was just militant about his morning routine. And he would always say this, and it stuck with me. He would say, I get up early and I get everything done so that regardless of what happens for the rest of the day, I can already ensure that it's a good day. And that really resonates with me, because when I start the day off right, it just sets the tone for the rest of the day. So that then, regardless of how the day goes at work, regardless of how anything else, all of the things that are out of my control that happen, I've already taken control of my day. And then when it comes time at the end of the day, after I've done all my stuff, to relax, I actually can relax. That's huge, because I personally have a really hard time relaxing when it's time to relax, because I always have all this stuff in my head about what I didn't get done, or if I got everything done, or if I should be working harder, if I should be doing something else more, and I can never actually relax. And then when other people are involved and other people come over and stuff, I kind of am not as present as I want to be, because I'm always just feeling like, oh, I need to be doing something else in my head. And that sucks. And I want to be able to just relax when it's time to relax. So I know that this is really important, and I know it's something that I really need to get on, because it makes a huge difference just for my sense of just well-being. Anyway, the song of the week is Manic Depression by Jimmy. Phenomenal. Just love this song. I think I'm going to try to learn it right now, because I like it so much. Just what a cool song. And if you've never gotten into Jimi Hendrix before, then you probably should have done it by now, but maybe this is your chance. So check it out. Goodbye for now.